I am meteorologist Adam Clayton here on Monday, December 19th. It is the week of Christmas. It is here, and we have a big storm to talk about. Winter Storm Elliott will soon start to make its presence felt here in the United States. And there's some big changes in the track to talk about between yesterday and today. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. But first, if you like this video, please hit subscribe. Give me a like on this video and please comment. I really appreciate everyone's comments in my last video. I tried to respond to most of them. I really appreciate any of the banter or any points that you like to bring up. I'll try to respond to them. And once again, if there's anything that you don't see in the video that you want to see, please let me know. I kind of try and add some new stuff every day to sort of just change things up a little bit. But let's get right into it here. Looking at the current satellite picture here in the United States this afternoon, have a weak low pressure system moving along the Gulf Coast, and then another couple areas of actually weak low pressure moving across the middle part of the country. Of course, it's cloudy here in Youngstown where I'm at. National radar, well, we're going to pull that back out a little bit here and look at this. We see that we're having some light snow across parts of the Great Plains in Missouri, Iowa, and also in parts of Minnesota, Minneapolis, and then still some lake effect coming off of Lake Ontario today. They just continue to get that lake effect. And then all the way down here to the south, quite a bit of heavy rainfall pushing across like Houston into the New Orleans area, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Monroe, and Jackson. More rain, and unfortunately they don't need the rain down there. Temperatures all across the country today, that cold air still bottled up there in the northern Great Plains. It's 0 degrees in Billings, Montana, 1 degree in Bismarck, 10 degrees in Minneapolis, 26 here in Youngstown still, and it's still 77 degrees down there in Miami. But Miami is finally going to get their fair share of some at least colder weather as we head towards the end of the week. And the U.S. Watches and Warnings map is starting to get very colorful just in time for Christmas. Lots of these turquoise and green and bluish colors here, and even some pinks. This is all cold air, like wind chill watches and warnings because of this very strong storm that's going to be down here. Still dealing with those flash flood watches and warnings here in the southeast United States, and that's unfortunate because they're getting more rainfall. Still a winter, like a lake effect snow warning and watch off of Lake Ontario today as they're seeing more snow. Well, current snow cover across the United States. Of course, the western United States has a lot of snow cover. They've seen multiple storm systems already this season, and that's good to see. Snowpack continues to increase along the northern Great Plains into parts of Minnesota, and then some of that also showing up here in the Great Lakes. Of course, Buffalo, you can see, zoom in on Buffalo, they always get a little bit more there right off the lake, and the same thing for Lake Ontario. This is going to look much different here in the next in the next week or so. This snow cover map will look much different. Well, future rainfall, 7-day rainfall outlook, a little bit showing up here off of the coast of California, Oregon, and Seattle. They're going to get some rain from this storm system coming on to the coast, and then obviously some showing up in the some rainfall showing up along the Gulf Coast. The Northeast here could quietly see quite a bit of rainfall out of this storm system, potentially 2 to 4 inches of rainfall, as they're going to get some southerly winds bringing up some moisture, and then a little bit here in the Great Lakes region also. Now the future snowfall map, 7-day snow outlook, shows plenty of snow showing up in the Pacific Northwest. Going to get a lot of snow, and then this storm system is going to bring quite a of snow, especially to like parts of the Midwest, and also the Great Lakes region area is going to see quite a bit of snow cover. This is through Monday morning. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Start talking about this big storm. Okay, it's going to form in the Rocky Mountains and then sort of push down into the Great Plains. And at this point, this is Thursday morning, it's really just a really strong cold front at this point. You can see these winds coming out of the north. This is going to be quite the cold front. It's going to bring strong winds almost everywhere. I'll show you a little bit more of that. But as this low pressure system sort of sinks down, or at least as the cold front here sort of sinks down into like the mid-south, like Ohio Valley region, a strong area of low pressure is going to develop kind of like right along like the St. Louis area. Now this is Barron's low pressure system that's like drawn on here, so the actual low pressure system is a little bit further south and west. I could have drawn it myself, but I didn't really have time the low pressure system is kind of going to develop right here along like the Missouri Boot Hill on the Mississippi River and really start to strengthen as it heads and pretty much cuts right across like Indianapolis. The exact track, once again, not exactly set in stone, but we're getting closer and closer to having it set in stone. But then this cold front is just going to race across the entire country here. Look at this Friday morning, seeing heavy rain in New York and Boston. Cold front, obviously summer right in here in like Pennsylvania, changing things over to snow in the Great Lakes region. And then this low pressure system located right here in eastern Michigan. This would be some very heavy snow along like northern Indiana into the Chicago area along Milwaukee, and could even get some lake enhanced snow off of this. And these wind arrows, this is obviously it doesn't tell you how strong the wind is, but I'm talking about like 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts as this cold front comes through, and then it will continue to sort of push through. Look at this thing. I mean, just pushing through all the way through the northeastern United States. Lake effect snow. This is Saturday morning, of course, Christmas Eve. So cold air all across the country, and that snowfall really falling there along the Great Lakes region with that heavy rain off to the east. Now we can watch this cold front actually come through here. These are the temperatures. These little numbers is what the temperature value is actually going to be. This is Thursday at midnight. All right, this cold front coming through first the Great Plains. This is Denver. That's -5 degrees Thursday at midnight, -5 in southern Nebraska. Now out ahead, these temperatures aren't exactly going to be like balmy. They're still, you know, pretty chilly, and in fact, some places seeing below average temperatures, -6 in Minneapolis. Watch this cold front though as it traverses the central part of the country. I mean, it's like I'm talking about like a 30 to 35 degree temperature drop as soon as this cold front moves through the area. This is Friday at midnight, -10 in southern Missouri, 4 degrees in Arkansas. Cold front here, clearly you can see it stretching through parts of Indiana, Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, and down there 20 degrees in Houston. And then finally the cold front moves across the rest of the country in this loop. This is Friday night at 10:30. Look at these temperatures all across the country, well below average for this time of year. And I'll take this loop out to Christmas morning. This is Sunday at 8 a.m., Christmas Day. Near 0 degrees there in Indianapolis, 12 degrees in Huntsville, Alabama, 18 degrees southern Alabama, 45 degrees all the way down in Miami. It's been near 80 there for the past couple of days. And so this is a very cold air mass, and that's really the big message. Not everywhere is going to see snow from this storm system, but you are going to see some below average temperatures. Now, I've talked about this a little bit as well. Another thing are these wind speeds that's going to show up with this storm system. Watch this. You can see the cold front originating here, down here in, this is Thursday at midnight. Watch these winds. Gusts to 51 miles per hour, gusts to 30 to 40, 42 miles per hour as this is coming through here all across the area. I mean, strong winds all the way from the Dakotas all the way down here to the Gulf Coast. It's a 32 mile per hour wind gust in southern Louisiana, and then this just pushes through. And then, of course, you're going to get some stronger winds off the lake. I mean, gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour will be common with this, and if you do see some snow, that could cause whiteout conditions. Blizzard sort of has a technical definition to it, but certainly could see some like snow squalls out there. And so it's just going to be a cold and blustery day. Friday, you're not going to want to be outside Friday during the day, and it's going to cause some major travel problems. Now, I haven't shown really any specific snowfall maps, and I'm still not going to. Probably save that for tomorrow's video, or maybe even Wednesday and Thursday. But I did draw this. I did draw another map here. I'm about to show it. This is sort of what I have for this. Now, I got some feedback from some of you. I tried to sort of expand the dark blue, and I also added like a white. So the dark blue area is where I think is going to see heavier snowfall. I know that doesn't have a technical definition right now, but I'm talking about just more than a few inches of snow from this. I think the low pressure system is going to go pretty much from southern Missouri, cut through like Indianapolis, and then continue to strengthen as it goes into southeastern Canada. So the heavier snow in the blue areas, but then in the white areas I think you'll see some snow, and you could even see some accumulating snow outside of this. And the snowfall doesn't care about these boundaries. I just sort of tried to draw this to give you an idea, and really the entire like east of the Rockies is going to see very strong winds from this storm system all up and down the entire continental United States. Big temperature change, cold air below average temperatures for Christmas, and then also could see some chance for some snow, even down into the southeast, some light snow, and then snow picking up in intensity as it heads throughout the rest of the country. Well, that's the video for today. Talked about this big storm system. I didn't want to go past that because there's just so much to talk about with the storm system. And so I'm going to do another video tomorrow, of course. Once again, please, if you like this video, like it, subscribe to my page. I'm going to continue to do these videos. Leave some comments. If you liked it, let me know. If there's something I can do better, please let me know. And any questions you have, please ask me, and I'd love to answer them. Well, I hope everyone has a fantastic day and a fantastic rest of the week. Christmas is coming up. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Once again, I'm meteorologist Adam Clayton, and have a great week.